All right, welcome to episode 11. We are post-World's Tour and into 1.17 as we explained briefly in the last episodes, and also on a new server. So not a new world file, but we were able to start hosting our own server. So the game should be running a little bit smoother now for you all, but it also allows us to do cool things like this, which is host a server that Johnny and I can both be on, not have to pay for it, and just leave it to be creative. So instead of making a direct copy of our world like we were doing before, you guys will now be able to better distinguish which is the creative world and which is the survival world, because we'll just take snippets like we have here of the creeper farm and paste them into the creative world and then either do our building or our redstone around it like that. What we started with here is a basic outline of our design for the creeper farm. So we know that we're going to cover the entire visible portions, as you see here, with tinted glass, so that no matter what decorations we do on the outside, it won't affect the spawn rates of the creepers on the inside. So we've outlined a basic structure here, and I'll let Johnny sort of explain what we're going for.
So, sort of to emphasize what he just said, we can have light literally on the glass, but they'll still be able to spawn inside. So that allows us to have a lot more freedom in our design. So if we take a look back here, you can sort of see the shape it's sort of trying to take. We're going for like an hourglass shape, so it's slowly coming in on itself here, and then this is the middle piece, which is why it's light blue. And then we have a frame on the outside to sort of help support it in the middle and the top areas, so it doesn't just crush the hourglass and we lose our farm.
Yeah.
Not really, but if physics were actually real.
And as a reminder, we're trying to go for like a fuel cell type thing. I think in the episode that we built the creeper farm, we said a battery. This time we're going to go for a fuel cell. So we're thinking that like the inside where the tinted glass is the actual fuel that would have been harnessed by that ancient civilization. And then the framework, these little corner pieces, are just stabilizing the fuel cell so that it doesn't, again, implode on itself like Johnny implied. So I think we're going to start to swap out materials, start to fill out the shape, and then we'll cut back to recording again and catch you guys up on where we're headed and what we've done so far. Okay, so we let ourselves just sort of run with this design here. Hopefully you guys can now see what we were insinuating with that outline before. You can see that hourglass shape a little bit from this side that I'm on. Johnny's facing the front side, but slowly tapers from the outside in. We added a lot of detail blocks in there to sort of get a lot of movement going through, and have those modern looking blocks on the inside with the metals and the slate tiles, and then the materials that match our village design on the outside, holding it up with these fence scaffolding, sort of securing it from the outside, keeping it in place.
We'll keep on going with the design up here for one more tier and down here. But we decided to just give a quick update, uh, sort of show what we were trying to explain earlier. So here's like the focal point, the middle. Sort of looks like you can just, plug something in, grab the power out. Uh, but yeah, I really like the purple look, sort of alien power sort of thing. We do have little lighter paned purple sort of sprinkled throughout, just to sort of seem like it's moving, sort of, and
Yeah, it's
to
almost
keep
like
that.
it's to imitate like a natural shimmer. on the glass. Like if it was normal glass in real life, you would get those lighter colors as the light reflected off of it, especially on an hourglass. So
Right.
we're just mimicking that with the different colored purple glass.
And then we just have the vertical iron blocks going up the whole thing, sort of bringing it together, more expensive and more eye-popping in the middle, and then slowly dimming out as it goes out to the outside, just so that it draws your eye into that center point. It is a little expensive in the middle with the respawn anchors and the lodestone, but the lodestone we can get pretty easily with the nether that we blew up, and then lodestone we have to start piglin bartering for future farms anyways, so might as well start now and get those stuff anyways.
Yeah, so we've already set up the gold farm in the previous episodes, and now we'll just have to snag some piglins and throw them in a hole, start tossing gold at them, and see if we can get some crying obsidian to make these respawn anchors. And then you fill them up with glowstone to get these nice little gold accent dots, which it sort of looks like a meter, like it's keeping track of how much power is on the inside.
Slowly draining.
Yeah.
And
And
I added these fence posts sort of hanging from these chains, just to act like loose chains hanging. So like this is a whole group of chains connecting, and then there's a few of them that either broke, rusted out, or just never got connected, I guess. Sort of
yeah.
makes it feel more organic.
So eventually we'll be able to knock out all these spray torches that we threw in there to light up the space while we were building. But uh, the biggest thing that, or the whole reason that we designed this way with the amount of light that it has is so that at night, what did you set it to? 1800?
I don't know, midnight. I just
Yeah.
typed.
It'll glow in the cave. So it adds one more point of interest during the night, and sort of runs dual purpose so that if we're running for whatever reason the creeper farm at night, it'll actually light up inside the cave to an extent, um, help with the spawn rates as well, but mainly just for the feature along the skyline, mainly from Johnny's like front porch in that back village. He'll be able to see it. This beacon in the night that glows in the back corner of the village.
So something I learned while building the retaining wall in my backyard is that if you put light source behind a wall, it actually lights it up. So not only do we have the end rods through the glass, but we also have these glowstones sort of lighting up the middle, and so on up the power cell.
Yep.
Helps
So
it.
we'll wrap up the rest of this design, and then we'll start slowly gathering materials. I have a sneaking suspicion this will not get finished in creative or in the survival world in this episode, but we will get a lot of the materials together and start to gather the materials and maybe even lay out some of the structure around it and at least get it started.
So as you can see, we finished up and built it in our survival world in its proper place. So it's almost completely done. The storage isn't hooked up to where it should be, and the button should also be hooked up over here. But for now, I think this is uh, a, a good start. So if we just hop down here, um, we just have a simple storage under this hill where the storage used to be. As you can see, we're getting it. So this will work away. But as you can see with the items that we used, uh, we sort of had to come up with easier ways to do it. So the copper I mined out near our end portal because that's all new territory over there. So I found 2 amethyst crystals, which I'll probably show off later, which helped us get all this glass on the inside that we needed. And then also, mining around, got all the copper we needed. The anchor point, or nether, whatever they're called, anchors, I think it's just anchors. Respawn anchors, there it is, I found it. In the lodestone, I went to the TNT area, and easy to build that when netherite's just looking you in the face. But the respawn anchors, we had to actually build some new stuff. So I'll show you that right now. So I decided to build it near our gold farm. So there's the ladder to our gold farm. And then right here is sort of our planning. I planned out the glass. So this will probably change. This hallway will probably be a little longer just because of the design we have in the creative world, which I'll show you in a second. But we'll have a hallway from the ladder over there to this nether portal. And then we'll also have a hallway coming off this way to go up the ladder and to also go to our bartering. So this one's just a quick one I wanted to throw up to get the items that we needed. So as you can see, this is all the bartering we can get. I don't think we have any gold. Oh, we do have gold left. So all you have to do is flick this lever, and then this timer starts going. This timer, it's a hover timer. I don't know if I can get over there. You can sort of see from here. I think I only have 12 items in the hoppers, like combined. So it's pretty fast, and it only activates on when it comes over, and then it just drops the gold. We were getting some gold drops in here at 11 items, so I slowed it down, just 1 item at 12, and it seems like a perfect time. Before with 11, they would literally drop it and pick it up in like the same tick, which was, really efficient, but sometimes too efficient. I stole that man's gold, I think, or at least one of them. So yeah, I would just have this here. I'd take off the glass, run away, run back, and then hopefully I'd have one. I'd also have to deal with like the pigs though, so you get what you get, but you just have to kill them and then move on. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you our new design because I know this one looks so pretty and just flawless, but yeah, it definitely looks a lot better in our creative world. So let me go show you guys the new design. So here in the creative world, we have a couple designs for this. The first one here, very redstone-y. The problem with this, not only is it a lot of redstone, but also if you're too far away from the items for some reason, Josh thinks it's a chunk border thing, but they would glitch out and not make it all the way. So we decided to scrap this, and we can't use water like we did on the super smelter with that great design because water doesn't go in the nether. So we scrapped that and decided to go with a sort of very bulky system. This is only half, by the way. So this will be mirrored on the other side too. So let me just show you inside. All the items come here. So these 4 guys here feed this whole system. And then same on the other side. These 4 guys will feed this whole system. So let me just show you sort of what it does. So right here is our elevator. So you click the button, you get splashed, and you're able to go up now, even in survival. and it's not too bad for the fire resist potions, just because we get them already. So we'll come over here, we can look at them all. This is sort of just for looks, so you can actually look at them face to face instead of always looking up at them. And if I have to sort of go around back here. It's not totally set up. So over here we have shulker, and the gold goes in here. I guess I didn't fill it up all the way. If we just take one of those, I'll fill that up later. But I'll show you the shulker system later. So we just have simple storage here. Hoppers going into chest all the way down. That way, when you empty the bottom one, they will refill the bottom one instead of us having to go all the way up. We have 2 elevators here. One for non-stackable items that get sorted out right here. They come down into there and then shot up over here, and those go into the first 5. It was originally 3. Then I remembered water bottles don't actually count, or they don't stack. So I added another one, and then realized right now we're just trashing all the iron nuggets here, so they get filtered out here and just thrown into lava. So then that was another chest that was empty. So now we have 5. The gold comes over the top here and in to feed all the droppers. In here is the same timing, so 12 blocks it should be. I can't see it though. So 12 blocks, that gets fed and activates there and down below. I can't see the redstone down below, but it does. I think it's behind here. So, oh, that's a screenshot. F3 end. So in here you'll see the redstone just right at their feet, but that locks all the hoppers, so that's all good. So like I said, everything gets filtered out here. The 2 big items are gravel and blackstone. So we have, they're actually the same size as those. We just added, or I added indicators just to sort of tell us where it is, or how full it is. So let's say, the gravel fills up a lot. All of a sudden, we're getting full on gravel. We need to dispense some of it. I added an easy way to just automatically do it. So all you have to do is flick the lever. This is called the packager. I said it right. I did a random in there. So when you turn it on, this lamp will indicate, hey, you turned it on. So you don't have to worry about if you did it or not. What that does is turns off a torch back here. Let's see if I can sort of show this simply. Oh, sorry, there's a lava thing here. So it turns off this torch here, which allows items to flow in. And the lever's just connected to that. That's why that glows. So items flow through this hopper now and make their way. I shouldn't have done all that. To this shulker box. Once that shulker box is full, this will activate the whole system. This is just reading from here. So this being in subtraction mode, the pulse coming in would have to be more than this produces. So this produces 14, and a full shulker box produces 15. So once it's full, this reads it and sends the pulse out. It goes across, activates the piston. Then 2 ticks later, it will unlock the hopper. That allows the shulker box to, when it gets popped off, I don't know what that's doing there. When it gets popped off, to actually drop. So once it actually drops onto the hopper, we unlock the hopper, and then I think 4 ticks later, it places another shulker box. That just gives ample time for the hopper to grab that shulker box, because if it goes too fast, it flings out the top, which is not what we wanted. So yeah, ample time to do that. So the shulker boxes, like I showed before, are in the hallway, and they come down and around and sort of just feed in from behind. They will keep going and feed in over here too, to these ones, once I mirror the whole place. And then the gold, like I showed before, just goes up. And I think that's everything. So it's still packed full of redstone, but I think this is more practical redstone than what I was doing over there. I just had a bunch of different clocks going at the same time, which we didn't really need. So yeah, I really like how this turned out, and as you can see, we're gonna have to raise it up more than I thought. So I'll clear out all the bedrock around this, so when I transfer it over, it won't tell me I need bedrock. But right now, I'm just going to mirror it over, copy it in my schematics, and then I'll transfer it to our survival world. So I'll probably just leave you guys with a time lapse, and hope you guys enjoy it. So there's been a change of plans here. I'll be honest, I sort of ran out of steam on this project. Um, Let me just sort of show you the material list. I didn't realize how many blocks were actually uh, used for this. So I probably have about half the stuff I need around. But yeah, I just sort of lost steam, and then Josh's episode came out, so I have to get mine out real soon. So I'm just gonna wrap it up for this episode. We'll start out the next episode with that time lapse, though. I'll definitely get that done between episodes and get that time lapse for you guys. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this episode. Um, uh, for the future, I'm really looking forward to the things we have planned. Just right now, getting to those plans is sort of being dragged out. So I think me and Josh are gonna try to just bust out the next episodes. Um, and I don't know if he's also feeling it, but I just I just want to keep moving, because what we have planned in the future is what I've sort of been planning mostly about and looking forward to the most. So I'll just end the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys like the design we came up with for our creeper farm. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.